Okay, I'll tell you this up front. This is a practical video, not made for aesthetics or cinematography. So it's kind of just going to show you everything that I have going on here. So on top of a Ford Explorer, I have a Dagger Axis kayak. And you can see I've got this loop going around here. And this is amsteel rope. If you're not familiar with amsteel, you should check it out. It's super strong. I've got a loop going around there. So I just have this taped down so I can know where I'm putting things. But right here is the tag end. I'm going to bury that tag end down through this part of the rope here, right? And then I'll be able to slide this loop over the front of the kayak. It'll stop here and it'll be snug. And then what I'll do after I bury that is I will have the working line come down. I'm going to put it under my rack. And I'm going to loop it a number of times over my rack. So it's secure to something on the vehicle. And I'm also putting these extra loops in here so whenever I do take it off and if I want to lock the kayak up to a tree or a post or something somewhere, I'll have a little extra slack to work with. And then what I did is I came down here and I marked right here with that black magic marker. That's where I'm going to place the loop. So I'll splice a loop in here and I'll show you whenever I do that how it's going to end up here and then what the next steps will be for connecting this all together. All right, so here we go. I got the loop around the kayak. So this all just gets passed, this loop, if you will, gets passed around the front of that, comes over. This is that Brummel splice. So it keeps the loop in place on the main line. And then we come down. These are the wraps that I've shown you before. It comes out the back right here. And then this here is a loop that I made, right, with another Brummel splice right here. And then the rest of the tag end is buried down through here. So that's attached to the lock. And then you can see right here, there's another loop that I created. And that's the Brummel splice. And then the bury, the rope going up here. And then this right here is similar to what you saw on the front, where that loop goes around the boat there. So I think the key to this is getting these lines taut so there's not a lot of movement in here. And I think that'll do it. Let me know what you think. Here's a little update. I modified things a bit, and only on this front rope. So this loop is the same size as the loop I showed you on the first part of this video. It's got the Brummel splice to make the loop, and then the line's buried here, so there's strength and no chance of it pulling out, right? Then I came down, I went under the kayak and over the rack, right? It comes out here. The rope comes down, over, under the rail on the vehicle. So that keeps it secure to the vehicle, right? Come up here, over, rack, under kayak, comes out on the back end, and then we connect here, loop to loop, with the lock. I did change this to a new lock. This one is supposed to be weatherproof or weather resistant anyway, but it's all rubber coated. So in case it does hit the vehicle, Big Red, that it won't do any damage or minimal damage. This is the same as you saw before, where it's looped over the back of the kayak. I did not create a new one of these. So I have this one, and then I created this one. So I have two ropes that go from the front. This one and the one I showed you earlier, and just this one on the back. And then here's a little bonus This is a swim noodle you can get pretty much at any dollar store. But check it out. When I open my lift gate, it hits the bottom of the kayak, and I don't want to do damage to either. It'd probably be more damage to Big Red than it would be to the kayak. I haven't named the kayak yet. That swim noodle's just attached here via one of those gear ties. You can get it at any big box store, or I'm sure Jeff Bezos would deliver one for you. That guy will deliver pretty much anything. And it's just wrapped around a couple times on itself. Keeps it nice and snug. The brand I believe that makes these is called Night Eyes, Nite-ize. So yeah, it's just a wire with the rubber coating on it. Let me know what you think in the comments, or if you have any other modifications or improvements.